Okay, and we are live. 3 seconds. Alexander, would be amazing for me saying you are the first international webinar, but I'm so sorry because, as I told you, we were so working on it, and people just understanding it's not only Italian related, this type of webinar. And right now, we need 1 or 2 minutes just waiting for other people connecting to this webinar. So this is your scene. Take it everything and present yourself, present everything you do, and please nothing related with the work. Something like I like go to the nightlife, I really like to drink, something like that. So, but right now it's your time and take your scene.
Yeah, ciao Claudio. Thanks for having me. Nice to be here. I'm Alex. My passion is music.
And that's a good
So
starting
it's
point.
not regulated. I almost started a music career. Actually, I was this close to study music in university, but I decided to go for law and economics, and that's when I ended. That's how I ended up here. So just a few words about my background. I'm a lawyer by profession, worked in law firms in Vienna and New York, always focused on corporate finance, capital markets, banking, a bit M&A. Then I made a move into the venture capital industry, was with a Vienna-based venture group. We have 2 funds now, so I'm still involved. This was the time when I got introduced to technology, blockchain in particular. And then 2018, I founded Black Manta Capital Partners with the idea investment banking on blockchain. So how can we use new technology for transaction settlement and financial instruments?
Yeah, and that's the real point I would say, because people were like even right now saying, yeah, the blockchain, so Bitcoin, so something scam related. So and it's done, something like that. And I don't like this type of new exotic coins, something like that. And I don't want to scam anyone. And no, guys, it's not something related to like this one, but it's totally different. Just a quick introduction, and please interrupt me if I say something super wrong, because every time we say we have the fiat currency, so dollar, euros, something like that, and they created another type of fiat coin, and they are something like Ethereum, Bitcoin, something like that. So you can transfer your real money, the fiat one, to something like these type of new cryptocurrencies, which are coins. And then with the coins, you can buy something like, you can spend in some markets, and they are called tokens. And these type of tokens can be listed in different ways to let other people be able to buy them. And they are divided by utility and security tokens. And every time, Alex, I say utility are useful for who is raising money because it's based just on trust. So if you are going somewhere with my money, I can't uh, ask nothing more because it's done. But with the security token, they are, yeah, security because of third part as a regulator. In Italy, we have Bank of Italy right now. Before it was Consob, which say, okay, guys, it's nothing related with scams, and you have to follow the national rules, and probably in the future will be something with the European rules. We are going there, just starting with the new regulation on European crowdfunding markets. And so Black Manta Capital did it, and I don't know if you are the first one in Europe or nothing like that, but for sure one of the first movers on this market. And we are talking about listed and let other people be able to buy a security token, so a mirroring of something real in some markets, and being able to have a new type of sharing economy, I would say, just giving you money to another one. And sorry for this long discussion, but was it correct or what?
Yeah. So um, To your first question, we were one of the first in Europe to get a fully MiFID II license by the German regulator, but we are also regulated by Bank of Italy. So we are registered broker-dealer in Italy as
Okay,
well.
cool.
You're right. So the security token uses the same technology, blockchain technology, as cryptocurrencies, but it is a regulated financial instrument with an underlying asset. The asset can be a real estate, like an apartment, a house. It can be a corporate finance product like equity in a company or debt, corporate bond. It can be a commodity. It can be a fund. What we are not doing, what is also possible, it could be a car or a painting. Yeah. So you always have a real world asset, and the token just mirrors the rights and obligations to it. And therefore, the security token is only the medium of transportation of these rights. So, and before you wrote everything on paper and you handed the paper to the new investor, and now it's just on blockchain, which enables like fully transparency, 24/7 trading. You can invest with fiat money like euro, but also you can buy it with crypto, with Bitcoin if you want to. So the whole transaction settlement is done within minutes and very easily. So that's the benefit of tokenization. And you can put smaller parts on it. Like, for example, you can buy a square meter in an apartment, but because you cannot afford the full house, but you want to have some exposure in real estate, you want to invest in real estate, you can buy 1 to 5 square meters and get your rental income on that. So it opens a new asset class, but also a new type of investors, which didn't have access to this type of asset.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So
sorry. I thought it was the you were closing it. Go straight, go straight. I was not
that's it, more or less, like in a nutshell. Yeah.
I think that's another way of getting some money from your community and give a new type of asset class, as you told, like a derivative. Or totally is a new type of asset class, and that's interesting because it's another way of creating a sort of joint venture without doing a real type of joint venture. So thinking about someone asking for can I give you some money, but I will not get your equity, just give me some money back when you are doing your business. And in Italy, for doing something like that, you have to create a contract, which is a sort of joint venture, and we use it as I don't remember the translation of this, but it's something like, okay, Alexander, let's do a business all together. You can give me your money, and we can create something like a restaurant, and I will pay you for each person is going here for having his lunch or dinner. And but we can do the same idea, just base the whole business with the STO. I'm correct or not?
Yeah. So yeah. So how you structure the token is you are completely flexible. It can be, as you said, kind of a participation right. So you participate in the business. It can be also equity. It can be debt. It can be also just a loan. So there are no limits. There's not one security token and it's like that. Depending on the company, what type of investors you want to target. Is it retail investors, small tickets, or only professionals? What jurisdictions? You can structure the product to your needs. The first project we did was real estate in Berlin, a development project where people were able to invest 500 euros and participate in the value increase during construction. If there's nothing there, only the land plot, and you put a house on it, the value increases of the overall. And this was something we wasn't able to invest before, so we did that. We had one project. It was commercial business with a lot of customers, and they weren't too big, but they wanted to have all the customers be able to also participate as an investor, kind of an IPO, or also similar to crowdfunding, actually. Yeah. So how can I? And this was, for example, a beer company in Germany. And every beer drinker was a potential investor.
Yeah.
And could participate in the income of the company. So there are several ways how to do it, and really depending on what is your need as a company.
And
the beauty is, and sorry, the beauty is it's a fully regulated product. It's a financial instrument. This means it's about trust. You have a regulator looking at it. You can avoid scams in some way. You cannot avoid fraud, but yeah, and that's where we come in as the financial service institute. We look at projects, we do due diligence on them, and then we identify potential investors and help companies to do so. And also for the investors, if they come through us, they know, okay, this is a serious project, because we are also regulated. We have certain requirements to do when evaluating a project and distributing it.
I think it's two levels of trustness here, because the first one is people trusting the project and trusting the blockchain technology, saying if someone is giving me money and because I'm investing somewhere else, I'm trusting. I will say every time I'm trusting the process, and but the company has to trust you, but you're regulated, so they are just trusting the laws. So it's not nothing related with ICO, IEO, IDO, something like that, because it's not a utility token. And I think we need to do a lot of evangelization about it, because people cannot recognize the differences usually, because we are acting from the service side and giving this type of service to others, like you giving the service to other companies, and me giving just the marketing stuff, nothing more, like you, because we don't have to be regulated. And so you served me the next question, and it's perfect, because you were speaking about the differences between crowdfunding, the normal one, the classics. So we have the donation, the lending, the equity, and the reward based different type of crowdfunding. And the real estate one, it's lending or equity type of, but we will say every time as a real estate crowdfunding. And you're doing the same with the HTO. Why they are doing something like that, and why not directly with, for example, the real estate you were talking about, a Berlin building, the first type. I hope it was the Berghain, just for something like that, but I don't think so. But
so
why they are doing something like that?
A security token offering can also be a crowdfunding project. So you can use, like, it can be the same legal structure of the product. Why do you tokenize it? If I'm investing today in a normal crowdfunding project, let's say a real estate lending, I invest and I'm stuck in this investment for 3, 4, 5 years. There's almost no chance to get liquidity out of it before it expires. When we tokenize it, it can be the same structure. However, as I have it in my wallet, we also provide secondary markets. It's possible to sell it easily, to get liquidity out of it if I need to exit early. So the legal structures might not be different, just the way of execution and transaction settlement. The tokenization provides just way more options: trading, as I said, liquidity, transparency. Yeah. And instead of having it on paper, I have it digitally. I think one thing is important for the next years. I mean, we're having this webinar because it's about education. People, as you said at the very beginning, if you say blockchain or token, everyone is thinking of Bitcoin and scams. So I think education is super important to give them a bit of more confidence and trust. But also, when we are now starting marketing projects, we try to avoid the word tokenization, because in the end it adds complexity.
Yeah.
to the small investor. So, and I give you an example. If I'm buying an Apple stock today with my bank, I don't care what technology they are using. I want it to work. And the same with tokenization. Tokenization adds a lot of value to the transaction, but the small investor don't care. He doesn't care. So this is something the market needs to develop.
Yeah, I think having the possibility to mirroring everything, that's the real starting point, and having the possibility to participate in these every different type of operations, because you can get risk capital without giving out, for example, equity, like the equity crowdfunding in this case. But then you can give back the money, not just waiting for a future capital gain, but you can also get money back using the revenue sharing idea. So something like, okay, when I get some customers, I can give you back some money if they are interacting with us, something like that. And this is not possible using a crowdfunding classic way of operations. And you are totally correct. People just don't care about what type of technology is it, but they just need to understand the output. Something like, I give you my money and I will invest in here, and then I give this back, and that's perfect, and I don't care about this technology. Maybe after getting some money back, I can put some effort on understanding it better, but just for the starting point, I just don't care about it. I'm just looking for the business side, and it's perfect. And are you finding some problems, not problems and difficulties, about spreading this type of idea with other companies for raising capital using ISTO, or are you finding?
So at the moment, we with Black Manta, we're not doing any sales in terms of getting new customers in, because there are a lot of requests and demands. So getting new clients is not a challenge for us. But we also, I'm not looking to have 100 projects listed a year. We're focusing on high quality projects. We do a dozen, 2 dozens, whatever a year. So not more at the moment. It's because the industry is still young. And it's also about market acceptance on the investment side. I can onboard 100 projects, but if I don't sell them, what's the point? Therefore, so we see where we see needs is, or challenge is, as I said, education, but also on the investor side, and technical infrastructure. Meaning, the investor who buys token, he needs a wallet. He needs to understand what that is, or he needs a custody solution. And this is not a problem for like small investors, retail investors. But if I talk to institutional investors, professional investors, family offices, asset managers, pension funds, they don't want to have the token on this platform, on their platform. They want to have it kind of centralized in-house in the asset management system. And this is a technical challenge we are facing, the industry is facing, but there are solutions already out there. There are like a lot of these institutions already are able to invest. But this is something we see which needs to get better.
Yeah, and that was the last part of this conversation, because I'm super interested about the regulation and the laws, because starting from the middle of November, we entered a new era of just crowdfunding, so nothing related with the tokenization and something like that. But we are trying to regulate everything, and starting from the lending and the risk part, we are normalizing everything, so you can collect money by others, just placing these different type of asset classes, and people can buy them with no problems, and no one doing something more than lending and equity right now, but give them some time, and we will see different types of operations like this. And in Italy, for example, copying, I will say, the Switzerland approach, we are using the DLT operations, so based on the blockchain technology, and it's related with the debt part, not about the risky one, but the debt part. And I'm thinking about your type of idea of having just one wallet for everything, just something centralized, is so totally opposite than the IDO, for example, will following this type of this idea, giving others the possibility to being more a more simple way to interact, to invest money, to resell the tokens, something like that. And so I'm asking you, in your idea, when it will be normal, how many months, no, years, we will say years, do we need to let this type of operations be normal, being something, I would say, not an average operation, but something with okay, I'm investing my money with the tokenization and I'm not scared about this, so it's normal, this type of approach. In your idea, what we
Yeah.
are missing from it?
So I'm now in this industry since 6 years, and I thought it will happen sooner. But as you said, it will take a few more years. But I think there are two things. We need to get rid of tokenization, blockchain wording. The technology works, the technology adds benefits. So this will stay. And and at some point, everyone will have a wallet, a blockchain identity. Banks are already, like, there are certain banks that are already changing the system, blockchain based. So this will come. It's a slow process. And similar to like in the 90s, if you were on the trading floor in the stock exchange, the trader said, why do I need an email? I have a fax machine and it's working. You know, that, yeah. So I think it will take a few more years, but it will be a standard process in all the financial ecosystem, I guess. Yeah. So I'm pretty confident. Otherwise, I wouldn't do my job. Um, yeah.
We have to trust the process. I was every time I'm saying it, and starting from yesterday or 2 days ago, in USA regulated, they have regulated the Bitcoin ETF, so they are still working on it. And Bitcoin is nothing related with blockchain, as we said. It's not nothing related with tokenization. Sorry, but people are start trusting it and saying, okay, maybe the scam capital, the scam chapter, not capital, sorry, the scam chapter already went, was something old. But right now we can start understanding better the technology below this type of operations, and we can get new opportunities, and we can interact with them. And just for giving you my opinion about it, my 2 cents is a security token offering is way more better than the average crowdfunding operation. And in Italy we say 100 to 0, something like, it's not the same movie, it's totally another cinema. So because
I mean,
it's more way more
it's
flexible, way more everything.
it's way more flexible. It's regulated. That's the difference. You know, it's a fully regulated financial instrument. You can list it on a stock exchange for secondary markets at some point. So yeah, there led a lot of benefits and upsides if you do tokenized or tokenized project. Yeah. And so what we are helping companies is we go in early, we help them structuring it, also market sounding, like see if it fits. I mean, we have also projects that coming to us and we say, I don't think a tokenization makes sense for your business. So we try to be honest because we don't want to have unsuccessful projects out there. But so we go in early, we provide technical infrastructure if needed, and we help selling.
Yeah, and just for giving you a very good ball to smash, I'm thinking about maybe you can create private listings. Yeah, correct.
Correct.
So you can create a sort of OnlyFans or Patreon way to finance to get finance from industries and companies directly, so they can create their own private way to list something like not feet of very beautiful girls, but just services or products, not about OnlyFans, but the same idea about this, just for different companies. And they can get money from their own community, and they can grow with a very regulated market. but without going public on a platform, and so it's probably a win-win for both. What do you think about
Yeah.
it?
So we have actually not a platform approach. So the most of the projects we do are customized landing pages. The client can integrate it on their own website. It's a process only for them, and they can. So it's it's a standalone solution. Yeah. So I'm fully with you.
Yeah. So what is a content without a call to action? Nothing. Nothing. It's just a waste of time. No, I'm don't want to be so judging. So it's your time, and Alexander, I want to know something more about security token offering. I want to discover more. I think it's about super useful for me, but I need more information from you. So how can I interact with you? Where can I follow you? Where can I write you?
Yeah, so everyone who is interested can reach out to us. We have a website, blackmanta.capital. There we have our contact data. They can reach me via email or on LinkedIn. I think we have Twitter. Yeah, so I'm happy to explore. I know that it's still a lot of education, so we also take time if potential clients come and they want to learn more and understand more. We take the time to explore and explain how this works. Yeah, and we're happy to help anyone who is interested in this industry.
Yeah, I just sent the link of your website in the conversation, and then we will add all this information about in the description. So blackmanta.capital. I have to say it also in Italian. Sorry, but blackmanta.capital. That's
Yes,
the
yes.
same, just switching the point one, the dot one. And and people also, just to share with you, me and Alexander already ran a campaign on based on security token offering technology, and was a business one. So it's not just related with the real estate. So don't think about, and it was 3 years ago. So don't think about it
So,
something super new in the market, because when people are talking about something like this, there is someone else like us who already did it in the past. So every time I'm saying practice beats grammar, every time. So starting with this, the security token offering part is stuff for Alexander. But then you have to promote it, because, as Alexander told us, it's super important going there with people who are interested in investing their own money. And every time the platform is giving you the technology more, in this case, and giving you the infrastructure, giving you the processes, but then people must be interested in your business, and just not within the crowdfunding, I would say, operation, but just in the business. So it's not nothing related with the platform. It's related with your own business, and you do marketing and sales will be enable you to collect more money, and using different type of transaction and technologies to collect them and let your business grows quickly and faster, and whatever you prefer. So, Alexander, I'm thinking about we just reached the closing part. So thank you very much for your time, for your attention. Sorry, but this morning I'm still rebooting my English, so sometimes
yeah,
it's going error 404. Uh,
very good. No, thank you, Claudia, for inviting me. And yeah, it was a pleasure. And
and no, you don't know it, but we are also doing our very um, lighter podcast, and also an article on our website talking about it, because people need to understand it better. And what about creating different type of marketing stuff, different type of marketing assets? Nothing better like this. So for everyone, thanks for your time, thanks for your attention, and just for closing in Italian, just because a lot of people are from Italy. Ci vediamo quindi venerdì prossimo di mattina, and I was saying interacting with the new one. And no, probably it's not better in Italian, because also the next one will be in English. Ah, come on! Every time we were starting with the Italian one, and Claudio was still learning the Italian, but right now every time it's in English. What a boring way to speaking and talking about crowdfunding. So thank you for your time, and see you next time on 2 weeks, every time at 11 a.m. And thank you, Alexander. See you next time. And thank you all.
Ciao.
If you have some info, some questions, everything like this, you can directly write them into the description, into the comments, even here on Facebook or on YouTube, whatever you prefer. And so see you next time. Alexander, thank you again. And the last cheers, it's from you.
Yeah. Ciao to everyone. Ciao, Claudio. It was a pleasure. See you soon.
Thanks again. Bye-bye. Thanks.